Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Government officials touted the completion of the first phase of the Marikina River dredging project, saying that this would prevent flooding in nearby areas. Our correspondent Shaila Francisco is joining us live from Marikina City to give us more details on this. Shaila, good afternoon. Could you give us the latest?
Charles, parts of Manila are currently experiencing heavy rains, but the Environment Department and the Marikina City LGU are hoping that flooding in the city will not be as bad as the previous years. This comes as the task force Build Back Better has completed the phase 1 of the Marikina River Restoration Project. The project, which started after the massive flooding from Typhoon Rolly back in 2020, aims to improve the capacity of Marikina River to receive and drain excess rainwater. Included in the first phase are the removal of encroachments, dredging and widening of Marikina River, along with several barangays in the city. The task force has so far widened the river by 20 meters with 2 meters in depth. Authorities have noticed improved water flow as early as now, preventing the rise in water level that could speed up flooding. The task force is now set to start the phase 2 of the project, which will cover Barangay Santolan and Ugong in Pasig City. Both the DNR and the Marikina LGU have emphasized the need to immediately start the phase 2 of the project, as these areas are among the identified choke points during flooding. Pasig Mayor Vico Soto has assured his constituents that none of them will be displaced for the project. The DNR is expecting phase 2 to be completed after 4 to 5 months. Meanwhile, Pag-asa has issued a flood advisory in low-lying areas near the Pasig Marikina River and Tulyahan River. Charles, as of 12 noon, the water level in Marikina River is at 30 meters, still below the 15-meter level, which will prompt the LG to declare alert level 1. As of now, there are no reported flooding in any areas of the city. Charles?
Thanks for that, Shaila. That was Shaila Francisco reporting live from Marikina. The enhanced habagat, or southwest monsoon, is expected to bring moderate to heavy rain over different parts of Luzon, according to Pag-asa. Metro Manila, Zambales, Bataan, Cavite, Batangas, and Occidental Mindoro will experience moderate to heavy with at times intense rain. Pag-asa has also warned of possible flooding in the said areas. Meanwhile, the yellow rainfall warning, or moderate to at times heavy rain, is expected in Ilocos Region, Cordillera Administrative Region, as well as Batanes, the Babuyan Islands, Tarlac, Pampanga, Bulacan, and Northern Palawan. 2 close contacts of a Delta variant case in Misamis Oriental have tested positive for COVID-19. In today's Laging Handa briefing, Governor Bambi Emano said that the 2 are housemates of the Delta-infected patient. Emano added that their samples will be sent to Manila for genome sequencing, and Misamis Oriental will be seeking stricter quarantine restrictions if the Delta variant spreads further in the province.
If it spreads, then hopefully we can get the nod of the IATF National that we will request for an ECQ for the province of Misamis Oriental so that we'll be able to put stricter measures.
Iloilo City Mayor Jerry Treñas takes a swipe at the health department for its late detection of the Delta variant cases. Treñas took note of how the 2 Delta variant cases from Antique had first tested as positive last May 27. But it was only on July 16, or after 7 weeks, they were found to have the more transmissible SARS-CoV-2 variant. Iloilo City and the provinces of Iloilo, Capiz, and Antique have imposed border controls for the entire month of July. On 1PH sa Totoo Lang, Treñas said it's high time to just assume that all recent COVID-19 cases are Delta variants.
So we cannot really rely on the figures given by DOH because it's taking them so long. I think it's really high time that we just assume that any positive patients are positive of Delta.
On agenda, meanwhile, Treñas said he's pushing to have their own genome centers in Western Visayas, since the sequencing center in Manila is, quote, taking ages to release results.
This system of coming up with only one genome center for the whole Philippines, where all the laboratories will send their highly suspicious cases, is really not quite possible. No?
Okay.
If we want to detect Delta variant positive cases, we have to do it fast. No? Otherwise, how can we go on contact tracing, on testing, on isolation, on treatment, and the stuff, no?
Here are other stories we are keeping our eyes on. A study by New York University researchers found that the one-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine is far less effective against the Delta variant and other mutated forms of the coronavirus. The study also suggests that those who receive the jab might require booster shots for better protection. Staunch Duterte critic Senator Laila De Lima has announced her re-election bid for 2022. In a statement, the camp of De Lima said that the, quote, political persecution that she's been subjected to has only made her resolve stronger. And in sports, the Milwaukee Bucks won their first NBA title in 50 years after beating the Phoenix Suns in Game 6, 105-98. Superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo is named the Finals MVP after a monster 50-point, 14-rebound, and 5-block performance in their title-clinching game. And the world's richest man, Jeff Bezos, has successfully flown into space. His space tourism company, Blue Origin, is planning to launch 2 more flights within the year. Let's watch this Bloomberg quick take.
7, 6, 5, 4, command and start. 2, 1.
The blackness of space. Kingdom Hearts. Ready? Here it comes. Yeah, you just have to wait for it.
WDF Flu Control Bezos, best day ever. Yeah.
On how it felt. Oh my God! My expectations were high and they were dramatically exceeded, but it felt so serene and peaceful and the floating. It's actually much nicer than being in full one gravity. It's a very pleasurable experience just from the sheer, just the way it feels, the tactfulness of it. The most profound piece of it for me was looking out at the Earth and looking at the Earth's atmosphere. Every astronaut, everybody who's been up into space, they say this, that it changes them, and they look at it and they're kind of amazed and awestruck by the Earth and its beauty, but also by its fragility. And I can vouch for that.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Charles Lejano. We're One News.